Hey, so just checking in, guys. Are you black-pilled enough today? Have you lost all faith in humanity? Well, in case you haven't, I'm going to make sure you do today, because this story is so depressing, so bleak, so sad, but it involves Lil Tay. Now, if you're like a YouTube veteran, you know who this person is. When she was very young, like 9 years old, she got a lot of attention on YouTube because she was flexing on people, showing off wads of cash like this that clearly was not hers. It was her parents' money, who were also very bad people for constantly like pushing her out onto the internet. That's a whole nother story. But basically, she was very young when she got a lot of exposure on social media. People would make like commentary videos about her, dunking on her, making fun of her family, what have you. But there was a very disturbing development that's taken place, really not just only over the past 24 hours, but for years now. You can see from her Twitter profile here, she is proudly exclaiming that she is the youngest girl on OnlyFans, freshly 18. This is a pattern that has been going on for many, many years. And I've been very vocal, and many others have been as well, about OnlyFans. It's not just that people like this are using the platform to make 18 plus content. It's the fact that this platform sells a very clear dream to specifically young girls. That the second you can legally do it, you can sell your body on OnlyFans and make a bunch of money, and you're going to be super happy and life's going to be great. Well, we know that only a tiny, minute fraction of these people actually make anything worth all of the digital footprint you're going to produce as a part of doing this sort of lifestyle. But we know that OnlyFans is exploiting these young girls, okay? And we have tons of stories and allegations that they've turned a blind eye to illegal content hosted on the platform, and the payment processors like Visa and MasterCard, who love to virtue signal about fictional content in video games, they've turned a blind eye and profited from these allegations. But what we're seeing here is something that is, it's very disturbing on so many levels. Basically, Lil Tay turns 18, and the first action she does is selling her body on OnlyFans. I mean, there was literally like countdown timers. Now, I talked about this a little bit on the main channel video today, but I wanted to share more because this is really disturbing and sad for so many reasons. You know, it's not all just about her. It's about the platform we're talking about, and it's about the people supporting this behavior and encouraging it. This wasn't something that happened overnight. And you can see her reposting tweets like this saying Lil Tay launched in OnlyFans on her 18th birthday and made over $1 million in just 3 hours. OnlyFans must be banned. She reposted that. She also reposted this saying, "Am I the only one who finds this extremely weird?" Where she's saying, "Freshly 18, don't tell my mom." It's so obvious she's playing into this angle, and it's sad. It's sad because nobody just turns 18 and decides to go this route. This idea has been planted in her head for years. This idea of doing this sort of route was planted in her mind when she was a child. And you know what? The thing is, you can't just sit here and talk about her. You got to talk about the people supporting this. Okay? Over $1 million in 3 hours. People were literally counting down the minutes until this girl turned legal. And they immediately wanted to get her adult content. I hope you understand listening to this how disturbing that is and why this is a problem. This isn't shaming people for adult content or anything like that. If you're a full-grown adult and you want to do that route, go for it. If you're someone who wants to support that or whatever, I don't care. That's your decision. But this dynamic is what's disturbing. I'm not trying to come off as holier than thou, but you have to see how this is disturbing. That she literally was primed for this And the second she could legally do it, she was sharing it, and seemingly tens of thousands, if not more, immediately bought in. They were waiting for the moment she was legal. That is disturbing. And that shows everything wrong with OnlyFans. Those are the main concerns, that they're predatory and they're selling a dream to young girls that you should sell your body the second you turn 18. And again, to really hammer this home, this idea doesn't just pop up out of nowhere. It's introduced to people like this at a young age when they were minors. When they're minors. And anyone thinking this is a something to celebrate, if you think this is empowering, screw you. This is not empowerment. This is predatory and disturbing on so many levels. And anyone cheering this on, oh man, I'm side-eyeing you forever. This is weird. This is very weird stuff. And of course, you know, we're not even getting into like the hypocrisy where she reposted a tweet very recently, this year in fact, where she said, or the tweet she was reposting said, if you're a grown man, a girl turning 18 should not be attractive to you. And now, this is her whole brand that's making her millions. I'm not some like old boomer whining about adult content or something. This paradigm here is what disturbs me. The fact that she was clearly influenced by adults to think this route was something she should have done the second she could. Like, I'm sorry, this whole thing is so disturbing to me. I might be going in circles. I'm sorry if I am. But this stuff really strikes a nerve with me, and it should strike a nerve with you as well. And you can see the consequences were instant. Okay? She tweeted this 40 minutes ago as of recording right now. So my brother is trying to kick me out of the house. I did nothing wrong. Like, this whole mess. And then you see people, like, there's plenty of replies, like, justifying this and, like, trying to, like, swoon over her. Like, dog, I'm losing my mind. Like, I can't believe we're at this point. And this whole thing is just a mess. It's a mess, and it's highlighting and spotlighting an issue that's been going on for years, and people just don't want to address it. And OnlyFans is going to continue to profit from this stuff, this sort of cycle and dream that they're selling, because there's too much money involved, and the payment processors are so happy to accept it, while they're also going after fictional content and banning video games, as we've seen with Collective Shout and all those situations. What a mess. Humanity is cooked.